What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about what is the best DLC, the GTA DLC that has come out with the 4 years that we had GTA. So we're going to have like a top 5 list that I'm going to be talking about. But actually, before I get into that, I am still, of course, sounding really weird and disgusting, and I hate that, obviously. Just a little, like, I need some help, I guess. So if any of you guys know about like PC, stuff, and how I could get this to work, please let me know in the comments because I need some help. So maybe like shoot me an email or just DM me on YouTube, and hopefully we can get this sort of thing out, figure this sort of thing out. But let's get into the video. So we're talking about the best DLC, and we're going to be talking about the top 5. So number 5 on my list is going to be the Smuggler's Run DLC, and I thought the Smuggler's Run DLC was actually really cool. Especially from the trailer, I loved how we had the carpet bombing. All the new air vehicles were really, really cool. Although some of them were, not as great as, others. We had just a lot of great air vehicles that came out. And I personally thought that the resupply missions were really fun too. Not by yourself though, and that was one thing that I did not like about this DLC. If you wanted to actually like make a lot of money from this DLC, you needed like at least 2 people, up to 4 people, to actually earn a lot of money in this DLC, and that was a big problem. That's where I think Rockstar kind of screwed up with this DLC. But other than that, I mean, I think, like I said, I really thought the resupply missions were really fun. Having all the dogfights and like collecting supplies from under the sea, it was really cool. But that's basically it with the Smuggler's Run DLC. That was on my number 5. Number 4 is going to be the Heist DLC. Heists were just an amazing addition to the GTA community. It was something that we've been wanting for since the game came out, right? And we got it, and everyone basically loved it. That's when some players that were on GTA from the beginning that left came back, and we got 5 new heists from that DLC. Although the payouts weren't the best, they weren't that bad either. And, from that time in 2015, when we got those heists, things weren't as expensive as they are today. So the payouts were actually not that bad in that DLC. And plus, we also got a lot of new things that, we weren't expecting. Like, we got the Hydra. That was something really crazy. Everyone wanted the Hydra. And then we had the Savage. The Savage is still a really good helicopter today because it has that explosive cannon. No other helicopter has that, so it's very unique because of that reason. And I mean, it was just because they were heists. We've been wanting heists because they were in the story mode, and now we have heists, so we can make like a lot more money from that. But that was Heists. Heists were a great addition to the game. It was also a very big update. We even got like separate achievements for Heists. So that was definitely one of my top favorites. Now that was number 4. Number 3 is gonna be the Gunrunning DLC. I absolutely love the Gunrunning DLC. The Gunrunning DLC I thought was probably one of my favorites. Reason why? Well, it was a great way to make money, and there were also a bunch of like fun missions because of that, and also a bunch of great vehicles. Some of them, obviously, one of the biggest ones is the Oppressor. The Oppressor like literally changes the game. Especially, I remember when I had to like resupply for not gun running, biker businesses. You can use that Oppressor as one of your motorcycles and spawn it right next to you, and just because of the biker DLC was so chaotic, like basically you had to get supplies that were on the other side of the map, and so the Oppressor really helped out with that. And another vehicle that we got was the APC. That thing is a tank. You can go on water. It has that missile, and you can even upgrade it to have like the SAM turret missile. So it's honestly like one of the best vehicles in the game as well. It takes a lot of damage too. It's even better than the Rhino tank. So that's also another great vehicle. And like I said, one of the things that I really liked about the Gunrunning DLC was the payouts. If you wanted to do a sale right by yourself, right, I think you would have to get $168,000 worth of stock, and if you sold it on the other side of town, you get like another, I don't know, maybe like $50,000 or $70,000. It's something there's a multiplier. I don't know what that multiplier is, but you would get a lot more money than you get from selling local, and that was something that was really cool about the Gunrunning DLC. I mean, I still make a lot of money from the Gunrunning DLC today. I think overall, I made $9 million from this DLC, so I'm loving it still. I really do enjoy it, and something I didn't mention was the resupply missions are really fun. There is one resupply mission that I really like, although you have to have two people to actually use it. And that is when you actually steal the ballistic armor or the Juggernaut suit from like the military, and that one is it's so fun. It gets so intense. I just love a lot of the resupply missions, although some of them are annoying, I will say that, but for the most part, they were great. Now, number two is very special, and I still make a lot of money from this today. This DLC, I made like tons of money, like an unbelievable amount of money from this DLC, and that is the Import-Export DLC. This was my favorite, honestly. It was my favorite for a long time. I'll tell you guys right now, I think I've made $23 million or $24 million from this DLC. And it's not only from just selling cars, like the regular 100,000 you get. Sometimes they would have these, what's it called? These like boosts where you get more money for sales. And those days or those weeks when I would see that boost, I would just like grind that DLC, that vehicle exporting and importing. I mean, I think like if with that boost you get like I think another like 150, or not another 150, you get 150 for selling a what was it called? A rare car, I think they were called. I don't really remember the ranges. I forgot. And for like the middle class, I think you would get 100 grand, and for the smaller class, you would get I think 50 grand. So it's definitely a big increase from what you used to get. And I just, like I said, I love this DLC. The missions were fun. There's something really easy to do, like to actually complete these missions. If you buy the cargo bob, it makes your life so much easier. And I did buy the cargo bob, and for that reason also, I have sold a lot of cars from that, just using the cargo bob, avoiding players, just staying high up in the air, getting away from enemies. It's super easy and fun. And we also got our first like weaponized vehicles from that DLC. We had the Ruiner 2000, we had the Rocket Voltic, and I think we had that one little like buggy, or not the buggy, but oh yeah, we did get the ramp buggy, the Phantom Wedge, and we also got that like I don't remember what it was called, but it was like the vehicle that can go on land and water, and also have like those little miniguns. That was really cool too. So it was just a great DLC overall. I think it was, like I said, it's number 2 on my list, so it's got to be like one of my favorites. But taking that from the number 1 spot is the Doomsday Heist. I really like the Doomsday Heist. The Doomsday Heist, it's a great way to make money, and that's why it's at my number 1 spot. Now, some of you might disagree with me, and well, that's fine, but I know that you have to like buy a facility to start the Doomsday Heist, and that's what will probably trigger some people saying like, this is definitely not the way to make money, because I know the facilities cost like over $1 million. But from these other ways you can make money in the game, $1 million isn't that bad anymore. And I honestly think that if you didn't buy a facility yet, you should, because this is definitely a big way to make money. If you are the leader of the heist, you will make a lot of money. Like, I think I did the second heist yesterday, and I made, I think, $500,000 from that. And although the missions are tough, right, you just have to find a squad. And, once you find that squad, you should be okay. Because I know the missions, I know the NPCs are like gods in this DLC, and it is really tough, especially the last heist. It is really tough, but I actually think the missions are fun. I think the vehicles we got are really great. I bought the Akula the other day, and it's a lifesaver because with that stealth mode, no one can see you on the map, and it just saves your life. I absolutely love the Akula, and I'm planning to get the new tank because it does take more damage, and it has that sweet railgun, and it just looks sick. So I definitely want that tank. But overall, the reason why I put this at my #1 spot is because of the payouts. Even if you're an associate, I think with 4 people on the Act 3, you get, I think, around $45,000 per setup mission, which is really good, guys. I mean, I think there's 5 setup missions, so I think if you do 2 missions, you get 90 grand. That's not bad. And I can't do the math right now, but 45 times 5, I don't know what that is. I think it's over $200,000, which is not bad. And then plus you're getting an additional amount of money from the actual heist. So it's not a bad way to make money if you ask me. And I really, really do like the Doomsday Heist because of that reason. All the vehicles are sick, the missions are fun, and that's why it's at my #1 spot. But I know that you guys will probably disagree with me with some of this stuff, so if you want to make your own list down in the comments, you could definitely do that. I want to see what you guys think, what your favorite DLCs were. But that's going to be it for the deals for this video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe, like the video, and I will talk to you later.